I'm WG and it's time we talk about the most broken, the strongest cards in the entire game, and these are monster cards. So how do you get them, what makes them so overpowered, and also how do you keep them, because that is the most important. So first let's talk about a secret that the game doesn't tell you. Monster cards are even stronger than you think. Monster cards are always type effective. It doesn't make a difference who you face, it doesn't make a difference what element your character has, you will always be type effective. And right, so here we are. The winged humanoid beast card is going to apply a 5-hitter, as well as also, because it's a godly normal epiphany, it will apply a vulnerable. But you can see we are of the void element, right? Our Rin is of the void element. We have no gear whatsoever that talks about type effectiveness or any change like that. This enemy is clearly passion weakness. Let's just to make sure, attack with void, you see, and now we use this card, and you can also tell that it's a monster card, obviously, by the design, but also by the border. Look at this. Yeah, there you go. Now that you know the monster card secret, what else is there to know about? Obviously, it's the fact that monster cards are prohibitively expensive, especially if you epiphany them. So for you to actually have the ability to keep them in a safe data, what you need to do is, and it just saves you the most time, is wait until you're level 40, and then you'll be able to take advantage of these cards through the zero system. The zero system is something that through re-rolling planets, it just costs you credits and not even a lot of them, gives you access to planets that have a base safe data value of high. Straight from the get-go, the challenge level for this planet is only level 41. I can go onto this planet, I can enter this planet, and the safe data value says very high. That is higher than what you're going to find in a Chaos Manifestation difficulty 6 nightmare mode, which only ends on high. Zero system above the normal system. Yes, it's going to be harder, and that is because of the next step. How do you get your dedicated monster cards? The devs did something pretty sweet, and that is every monster card is named after the monster it comes from. So for example, let's go back into our card collection. Let's quickly scroll through all these cards and let's find the Shy Gardener. Shy Gardener is a 4-hitter that also applies 3 stacks of mark, meaning the next 3 attacks also trigger a auto attack. Overall, one of the strongest I've seen up until now. Where would you get that one? So what you can then do is you can click any of these planets, then check out the exploration, and then check out the monster section. In the monster section, every monster that is labeled as an elite seems to have a monster card, like the Rotten Ripper, like the Trapper, the 7 Arms. Any of these that have this elite tag are these that can give you a monster card. They also reside in the purple areas. So if you go into a fight, they reside in these purple areas, and if you beat them, you have a chance to get dropped the monster card at the end. And now, just to, I guess, kind of prove a point, if that makes sense, let's talk about the Shy Gardener. There he is. His name is Shy Gardener, and if you want the Shy Gardener card, you would have to play the 3rd planet. So that is how you can get monster cards. You can target farm monster cards. And we obviously still have to see every single monster card in the game. Me personally, I mean, you've seen it, we barely have enough. But basically every single monster card is going to be absolutely bonkers. Even if it's just the fact that they're always gonna be type effective. So, like for example, even this card, 7 Arms. If a target's action count is 5 or more, this one doesn't even reduce the target's action count, boom, all of a sudden this card is a +1 AP. You pay 1, you get 2. Pretty damn sweet. So, be on the lookout for elite areas. When you play zero fights, when you play chaos fights, try to fight elite enemies. And also something that is very important, when you come into contact with these elite enemies, I know it can feel like, oh, maybe I've spent so much time and, oh, I kind of just want to kill this guy. Really do just click on the monster and have a look at their debuff. The game does this very well. Monsters aren't really that complex. There's only ever 1 or 2 debuffs. that are based on one or two different actions. Like for example this Wolfsbane guy. This Wolfsbane guy only becomes increasingly stronger should you play a card that is not an attack card. So what you can do, for example, is just play attack cards and then end your turn. Yes, he's going to hit you at your turn, but were you to play normal cards, he is going to hit you that much harder. The same is true for any of these other enemies, like for example draws a card with each attack, and if the card drawn is a status ailment, it attacks again. So there's for example these types of shenanigans that you can then pay attention to have an easier time fighting. Or this Shackle guy right here, which gives you a card in hand that reduces his action count by twice the amount. So you want to get rid of the shackles first and then take your actions, because after he finishes acting you can't play cards anymore, so he can cut your turn short. As always, I hope you were able to take something away from this. If you had a monster card and the game took it away from you, see it as more of a temporary problem. We are always going to get to the point where you're pretty much going to be able to save everything. And think about it like this: if you already had the godlike perfect deck right now, what would you be doing in, let's say, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now? So there you go. As always, we see each other in the next one. Peace!